Kim, I'm so sorry to message you so early in the morning. Our car was stolen this morning. The key we had hanging up by the door inside the house is also gone, so there's a high chance it was stolen. I just got done calling the police, but we're also asking everyone in the neighborhood for any information they might have. Please let me know if you know anything about this. Even if you think it's small or irrelevant, I'd be really grateful for anything you can tell me. Sorry again to bother you. Sorry, Olivia. My signal's bad. I only just checked my messages. Kim! I'm sorry to trouble you when you're busy. If you know anything about our car, I'd really appreciate it if you could tell us. The police are investigating, but we're trying to find out whatever we can from people in the neighborhood. Oh, your car? Well, about that, I borrowed it. What? I came over early this morning and borrowed your car. Forgive me for telling you after the fact, but I'll be borrowing it for the whole day. There's no need to trouble the police over this, so see to it that they go home, okay? Wait, what? You stole our car? Wait, how did you get the key? Don't be so dramatic. I didn't steal anything. I borrowed it. I noticed the key hanging on the wall yesterday when I came over to your place for coffee. So I borrowed while you were in the kitchen cleaning up. I'm gonna come and give it back to you this evening, so relax. What are you talking about? We need it. Oh, don't be silly. I'm only borrowing it for a little while. I always did have a soft spot for your luxury sports car. Oh, I got a little excited every time I saw it parked up in the drive. I wanted to see what driving it was like, just once, to feel the roar of the engine, the wind in my hair. Thanks so much for lending me it. I'm going for another drive now. I didn't lend you it. You come and give it back right now. That's my husband's car, and it's very important to him. Plus, you're not even legally allowed to drive it without your name on the insurance. You have no idea how much trouble you've put us in. Oh, please, just give it back. Stop being such a tightwad. It's always me with you. You have 2 cars anyway. What's the problem with me borrowing one for a little while? I'm a single mother on welfare. I don't even have 1 car. And there you are with 2 parked up in your drive. Neville's having the time of his life being in such a cool car. Neville's in the car with you? But it doesn't have a child seat. If you don't have a car, that means you don't have a child seat of your own, right? Why is Neville in there with you? Do you at least have him strapped in properly? He's fine without a child seat. He's sat comfortably on my knee and having a great time. What's the harm in one day? That's dangerous. What are you thinking? What if you get into an accident? It's fine. Take a chill pill, sweetie. My boyfriend's the one driving. There's no way he'd let anything happen. You really do worry too much. It's no good for your health, you know. That's not the point. Please obey the traffic laws. Anyway, please just come back and give it back right now. But why? We went to the trouble of getting it to the highway and finally just left the state. Even if you tell me to bring it back, it's not like I can just snap my fingers and teleport. You're on the highway with no child seat and a little boy on your knee? Where exactly do you plan on going in our car? Stop messing around. This isn't a joke, you know. Lighten up a little, sweetie. What's the harm? We're just borrowing it for a little while, and like I said, you'll get it back this evening. We even filled the tank up to about, halfway. So if you think about it, this is actually profitable for you. You should be thanking me. No. Bring it back now, Kim, please. You're such a whiner. I told you it was fine, didn't I? Oh, you're being a real buzzkill right now, you know. Stop trying to spoil our fun. Just stay out of our way. Looks like I've got no choice but to ignore you until we return it. Goodbye. What? Wait, Kim! Kim, are you okay? I saw you on the evening news. You really went and caused the mother of all accidents in our car. Shut up. This isn't the time for that. Neville? My little Neville? They said on the news he got flung out of the window by the impact of the crash. Miraculously, there's no danger to his life, but my God, that poor thing. Your son is seriously injured because of you. This isn't my fault. If that damn cop car hadn't suddenly turned its sirens on and started chasing us, if my boyfriend hadn't gotten scared of the cops and tried to swerve at the last minute to try to lose them, your boyfriend who was driving is at fault as well. But if you hadn't stolen our car in the first place, this never would have happened, would it? To think you'd suddenly take a left-hand drive car onto the highway for a long-distance drive. It's the most reckless thing I've ever heard of. What's more, you stole it to begin with and didn't even have a child seat, instead putting your little boy on your knee. You're the worst. Why would you say something so horrible? Aren't you gonna say anything to try to make me feel better? My child's seriously injured, you know. I feel awful for Neville. He didn't deserve this at all. But to be honest, this is 100% your own fault. As for us, not only did we get our very expensive car stolen, but it got so messed up in the crash, it's now a write-off. All because you decided you were in the mood to commit theft today. Shut up! Shut up! You're the one who's at fault for having your car stolen. You're constantly showing up with that flashy sports car parked up in your drive when you know a single mother on welfare lives next door. You're so arrogant that I had no choice. Oh, it must be nice having to worry about money, huh? You probably look down on me and make fun of me behind my back. That's why I stole it. What the? So that's why you stole it? What a load of nonsense. Just because you're on welfare doesn't mean I look down on you. I've never thought anything of the sort, not even once. I mean, I've always treated you as a friend and neighbor, have I not? I invite you into our home for coffee, we go for walks with our kids. And where did the idea that we're rich come from? We're not as well off as you seem to think. My husband saved up like his life depended on it to be able to afford that car. Not only did you steal it, crash it, and have it written off, but you're not even gonna say sorry? Be quiet. I'm the victim here. It's your fault Neville's injured and in the hospital. If you didn't lend us the car, this never would have happened. You have a moral duty to make this right. Pay me compensation. You can say what you like, but the fact you stole and crashed our car is just that, a fact. And nothing you say can change that. You do plan on recompensing us for that, don't you? What? I obviously can't do that. That's impossible. I'm on welfare and barely have enough to get by as it is. Do you seriously think I can afford to pay for such an absurdly expensive car? This is what you get for being so extravagant. Anyway, shouldn't the person responsible for the crash be the one who pays compensation? Which means he's the one who should be paying, not me. By he, I assume you mean your boyfriend? Well, it's true. From what I've researched, it does seem like he'll be the one responsible for covering the compensation for the car itself. That's right, so it has nothing to do with me. But surely you do realize you're obligated to pay me too, right? Because you're going to be arrested for theft. What? I said you're going to be arrested for theft. I already filed the police report, which means the police should be knocking on your door any moment now. If it goes to court and you're found guilty, you'll be sent to jail for up to 10 years and receive a fine of up to $5,000 on top of the compensation you'll be paying us. What? What on earth? 10 years in jail? $5,000 compensation? Do you think I'm made of money? I can't pay that. No. In that case, I'll take you to court and take my money by force. Your savings, furniture, appliances, anything that can be used to pay back the money you owe me will be seized by the court. By hook or by crook, I will get my money. But if you do that, I won't be able to live anymore. Do you plan on completely ruining my life? All over one measly little car? Would you give it a rest already? You're like a broken record. I don't know how many times I need to repeat myself for you to understand. I did not lend you our car. You stole it. You're nothing more than a lowly thief. Reading through all the nonsense you sent me just now would have anyone think you were the world's biggest victim. Have you no sense of personal accountability? Do you have any intention whatsoever of apologizing to me and my husband, the actual victims of your crime? No, it wasn't like that, I swear. I really did think you were lending me it. I didn't think it'd come to this. I thought you'd just laugh it off and let us have it for the day. I thought you were kind. Don't be so ridiculous. You take me for some kind of saint? I'm a human being just like anyone else. If something important gets stolen from me, I get mad and I want to be repaid for the loss I've suffered. But if all my things are taken like you just threatened, I'll be in serious trouble. I won't be able to live anymore. It's true. I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that if a welfare recipient gets arrested, their welfare gets cut off. If you end up doing hard time, I think you can reapply once you get out, though. If my welfare gets cut off now, I'll be in dire straits. Neville's supposed to be going to elementary school next year. That costs money. Olivia, I'm begging you. Please withdraw the police report. Please. Kim, you really are astonishingly selfish. You won't pay compensation. You won't take responsibility. You won't even accept being arrested. Do you really think you can get away with this? I won't be withdrawing the police report. The police will most likely be showing up at your house sometime soon. When they do, please at least have the decency to accept your arrest gracefully. Please just think about this. If I get arrested, what do you think will happen to Nozomu? Do you really want to separate a child from his mother? You monster! You demon! That's not my fault, is it? You did this. Anyway, I'm done speaking with you. I'll see you in court. Bye. After that, Kim and her boyfriend were marched away in handcuffs by the police. Kim, not knowing when to give up, was adamant she'd done nothing wrong, even during the trial, insisting it was her fault for letting it get stolen. Due to that, she was found guilty almost immediately and had to give up all her savings and sell all of her assets to cover the fine and compensation she owed me. Apparently, she told her boyfriend she borrowed the car from a friend in the neighborhood. He had no idea it was stolen. Which I found out when he turned up at my house, got down on his knees, and apologized profusely. That's why I decided to settle on compensation with him out of court. Neville made a full recovery, and after being discharged from hospital, I heard his dad, Kim's ex-husband, took full custody of him. As for my husband, he was pretty depressed after having his beloved sports car stolen and written off like that. But he was ecstatic when I told him he could buy one with our compensation money. He's flicking through the pages of a car catalog with a big grin on his face as we speak. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Catherine, it's been 5 years, right?
What? Lisa? What do you want?
You're so cold.
And what made you think that I'd be kind to you?
But it's been 5 years. You could at least say something like, wow, how have you been?
I couldn't care less about what you've been doing the past 5 years.
What? You're so mean. Oh, I see. You're still mad about your boyfriend Toby from college, right? Oh my god, it's already been 5 years. I understand that I might have taken him from you, but it can't be helped. I was just more attractive to him than you. Besides, it seems that Toby's already married another woman.
I don't really care about Toby anymore. After all, he was the type of guy to just casually start dating another girl while he already has a girlfriend. We only dated for 2 months, so I'm glad I was able to figure that out about him quickly.
I see, but what about your current boyfriend?
What?
What would you do if I told you that I stole your boyfriend again?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm not lying, I actually did steal your boyfriend. I found out about how great of a guy he was and knew that we were meant for each other. I'm afraid he's mine now.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you want to hear about how we met? You're such a masochist. Fine, I'll tell you. I actually work part-time at a shop near the building of the company you and your boyfriend work at. I saw you two going home together one day.
When was this?
Around 3 months ago. So I waited for a day he would go home alone and talk to him then. I showed him all of my charms, and by the next morning, he was completely in love with me.
I see. Well, that is what you're so good at. This situation feels so familiar.
Yeah. You're the one to blame for not taking more care of your femininity. It's wrong if you point that jealousy of yours towards me.
I'm sorry to ruin your fun, but I don't have a boyfriend.
What?
I'm not even working at a company right now.
What are you saying? Stop embarrassing yourself. I saw it with my own eyes. It's no use trying to lie to me.
But I'm not lying.
Then why did I see you and your boyfriend walking together? How are you going to explain that?
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but clearly you just mistook someone else for me.
You're so embarrassing.
I really don't recall the situation you're talking about. If you've got nothing else to say, then can we please end the conversation already?
What? Already?
Bye then.
Fine. See you later, Catherine. Catherine, listen. I've got an important announcement.
What is it? Didn't I tell you not to contact me anymore?
Oh, I thought it was fine since you weren't blocking me.
I heard from somewhere that blocking people like you makes things worse, so I left you unblocked on purpose.
Wow, no mercy, huh? I'm afraid that you won't be so tough after you hear what I have to say, though.
What?
Me and your boyfriend, well, I guess your ex-boyfriend now, are getting married.
What? Is that the person you were talking about a few days ago?
Of course, so how does it feel? You must feel really mad. At our ages, it's normal to start thinking about marriage, right? Sorry for stealing another boyfriend.
Sorry to interrupt you while you seem to be having so much fun apologizing, but I really don't know what you're talking about. Me and my husband aren't divorcing yet, so there's no way you'd be able to marry him.
Wait, what do you mean, husband? But you haven't even married yet.
My husband's sitting next to me right now.
Then who's the person watching TV with me in the same room?
Like I said, I have no idea who you're talking about. My husband says he doesn't even know you.
So you can't come up with a valid excuse, can you? You're just mad you lost. Besides, there's no way someone like you could get married faster than me.
But I actually did get married though.
Stop trying to boast. It's not working. Oh, my boyfriend's calling me, so I gotta go now.
Wait, who's this boyfriend you're talking about?
Did I really say? Obviously, it's your ex-boyfriend.
I'm asking his name.
Bye.
Lisa!
Hi, Catherine. I turned in the marriage papers yesterday.
Oh, okay. Then it's clear the person you're marrying isn't my husband.
What? You're still saying that? I'm actually starting to feel bad for you. You must have loved him very much, but he chose me over you, so you need to move on, okay? I'm the one who's his wife.
I'm telling you, I'm not divorced. I would never cheat on my husband with another guy. So it's clear this boyfriend of yours has nothing to do with me.
Whoa! You really don't give up, do you? Miles is mine now, no matter how much you deny it.
What? Miles?
Yep, your ex-boyfriend Miles. I'll say this one more time for your sake. I'm just a better woman than you.
But that's not my boyfriend. Actually, I'm pretty sure that guy's a criminal.
What? What's this about suddenly?
I want to make sure before I explain it to you. Where was this building you said you saw me and Miles go out of together?
Huh? I don't know the name of the building, but Miles says he works for Goldman Sachs in Manhattan.
Goldman Sachs, huh?
You work there too, right?
What? No, I'm just a housewife.
Huh?
Ah, I understand now. I see what's going on.
What are you talking about? And what's with you suddenly calling him a criminal? Did you go crazy or something?
I'm going to have to explain, so just listen. You see, I have a cousin who works at the same Goldman Sachs building in Manhattan.
Your cousin?
That cousin is my aunt's daughter. My aunt and my mother are identical twins, so that's probably why we look so similar to each other.
Oh.
And the name of my cousin's ex-boyfriend was Miles.
What?
So the guy you thought you stole from me is actually my cousin's ex-boyfriend. I'm pretty sure this is what's happening.
So you're saying I mistook someone else for you?
Yup, that's it. Besides, I moved to California last year when I got married.
California?
That's not the end of the story.
What?
My cousin sued this Miles of yours for trying to pull a marriage scam on her.
He's a con artist?
He hinted marriage to her and was able to steal quite a large sum of money from my cousin.
It can't be.
But this isn't just my cousin.
What?
It seems that there were 2 other women as well. The two of them together with my cousin are trying to bring this Miles to court.
He's being accused by 3 women?
Basically, yeah. Apparently, he went to pick out a place for the marriage and got the parents' blessing with all 3 of the women. Frightening, isn't it?
Miles is... There's no way!
They were able to sue him and the whole matter was settled apparently. But he must have had to get a loan to pay that much money.
Wait a minute, why did he marry me if he's in such a situation?
Well, this is just a guess, but he must have found out from somewhere that your family was rich.
What?
He must have been planning on sharing the debt with you after marriage. After all, he did just get sued by 3 women at once.
That won't do. My parents disown me, so I can't rely on them anymore.
What? Really?
All I did was ask them to pay off my debt for me.
What? You're in debt, Lisa?
Yes, the only reason I sold Miles in the first place was because I thought he must have had a lot of money if he worked at Goldman Sachs.
Oh, apparently he was fired.
What?
One of the women who sued him was in an important position at Goldman Sachs, and the other was an employee at an important client company. It seems they decided to fire him for the damages he did to the company.
So Miles is unemployed?
It seems so.
But I already married him.
You should divorce him as soon as possible.
I don't want as such to stain my life at such a young age.
Huh?
I know, I'm going to sue you and your cousin.
What?
It's you and your cousin's fault this happened. It's because you two look so familiar. Because of that, I was tricked into marrying the worst guy ever. I'm going to be asking 50K from each of you for a total of 100K, paid in full immediately. You should have experienced what it's like to be in deep debt as well.
No.
What?
It's a waste of time talking to someone like you who thinks they're always the one who's right. So, goodbye.
You're going to run away?
You're the one who's running away from reality, Lisa. Bye for real this time. After that, I had my phone number changed due to advice from my husband. I found out from a friend later on, but apparently Lisa once had an affair with a married man. She was sued by the wife and was forced to get a loan. It was basically the same thing with the con artist Miles. I really don't understand why she enjoys things like this so much. But in the end, 2 people with debts stemming from relationship troubles meet and out of greed end up marrying each other. If this isn't karma, I don't know what is. It's almost like one of those stories. The 2 of them tried to pull a badger game, but immediately got caught by the police. How I heard of that is another story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.